Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're breaking down the actual blueprint for a patentable idea. We're going to tear apart a real-world portfolio of inventions to see what really separates a fleeting thought from a protectable, valuable asset. So let's get right into it. You've been there, right? You get that spark, that amazing idea. But the road from that concept to an actual protected patent can feel, well, impossible. And you know what? Most of that confusion, it all boils down to the very first hurdle. And that hurdle, it's all about something called patent eligibility. Before you can even start to argue that your idea is new or clever, you've got to prove it's even the type of thing that can get a patent in the first place. This is, without a doubt, the first and biggest wall most inventors hit.
Okay, so what is patent eligibility, really? Well, it's the legal standard that decides if your invention is in a category the Patent Office will even look at. It's not about whether your idea is brand new, it's just about whether it's the right kind of thing. Think of it like having the right kind of ticket just to get into the stadium. Without it, you're not even watching the game.
And honestly, this is the trap. This is where so many amazing ideas just die. They're too abstract, too vague. But the portfolio we're digging into today, it gives us the perfect roadmap to get around that. The whole secret is to stop focusing on what you're doing and start obsessing over the nitty-gritty details of how you're doing it. And this right here is the absolute key. The path to a patent isn't paved with big, dreamy goals. It's built on the nuts and bolts, the specific, tangible, technical architecture you create to make that goal happen. And that's the main takeaway from this G2/J2 portfolio we're about to deconstruct. All right, let's start breaking this down. Ingredient number one for a patentable idea, novel hardware. Yeah, we're talking about building a better mousetrap, but one you can actually own. This is all about the physical stuff, things you can touch, innovations that come from good old-fashioned engineering. Okay, check this out. The idea of efficiently heating buildings. I mean, that's just a goal, right? It's an abstract idea. But what about designing modular heat-trapping chimneys? Now that's a specific physical thing. It's a real solution you can build. And here's why that works. The patent doesn't come from just saying it's more efficient. No, it's grounded in actual, novel mechanical engineering. You can literally point to the specific parts, like these really unique coiled copper heat absorbers and the smoke condensation modules. That's the invention. Let's do another one. This is a great example. A mobile data center. Cool idea, but it's just a concept. But a scalable data center in a box, a CDCU, that's a whole different ballgame. That's a defined, engineered system. It takes that wish and turns it into an actual product. And this just perfectly illustrates the whole point. See, the patentability isn't in the idea of a mobile data center, it's in the specific way it's built. It's how they've integrated standard shipping container hardware with totally unique custom systems, like this wild hybrid wind and AC cooling unit and its own dedicated battery modules. That combination is what's new and what you can protect. Okay, so that's hardware. Now let's switch gears to ingredient number two. Because, not every invention is something you can physically hold in your hand. The exact same rules apply in the digital world. You can patent unique software systems, and this is the big but, only if you can lay out the specific, innovative architecture of how it all works. So, something like secure digital identity. I mean, who doesn't want that? But you can't patent the desire for it. But what you can do is design a very specific system, like this Vanguard amnesic protocol, that actually delivers that security. That's where you strike gold. So what's the justification? It's all in the digital blueprint. It's patentable because it's a unique, defined protocol. It's using specific, clever techniques like multipathing, which is kind of like chopping up your data and sending the pieces down a bunch of different secret tunnels at the same time, and it has these AI-managed checkpoints. It's a super detailed, functional plan. Same deal here. Managing AI agents safely, that's a great goal, but it's just a goal. The actual invention, the patentable part, is the specific decentralized architecture they built to create supply chain integrity for those AI agents. Again, it all comes back to the how. And the key, once again, is that this is defined as a concrete, technological architecture. It uses specific tools. We're talking decentralized, unchangeable records, kind of like the ideas behind blockchain technology, to solve a very real problem. What it does is create this tamper-proof log for everything the AI does. That specific system is what you can patent. All right, time for our third and final ingredient, hybrid systems. And this is where things get really, really cool. This is where hardware and software smash together to create something totally new and super defensible. I mean, everyone wants a secure election system, right? But how on earth do you patent that concept? Well, this portfolio lays out a brilliant, tangible, hybrid solution. It takes this incredible software trick called homomorphic encryption, which, get this, lets you count votes while they're still encrypted so no one can see them, and it pairs it with a physical piece of hardware, a mechanical voter-verified paper audit trail. I mean, this is just a perfect example of a patentable hybrid system. You've got the mind-bending software doing its thing with the encrypted votes, and you've got the good old-fashioned hardware creating a physical paper trail. You put them together, and bang, you get a concrete system that's verifiable from end to end. Okay, let's look at one last hybrid example to really drive this home. That abstract dream we all have of optimized city traffic becomes something you can actually patent when you create a specific invention. These DSP-driven smart signal screens. And DSP is just the super smart math that lets computers understand and mess with real-world signals, like sound and video. So here, the innovation is really layered. You've got the hardware layer, physically reinventing the boring old traffic light into a thin, smart screen. Then you've got the software layer running on it, that powerful digital signal processing. And the cherry on top is the AI layer, machine learning that's constantly watching the traffic and optimizing everything in real time. It's that tight integration that makes the whole thing patentable. Okay, so we've gone through all these incredible examples. What's the big takeaway? What's the blueprint for your big ideas? I mean, there's a really clear pattern here, right? A pattern of turning these fuzzy, abstract goals into solid, protectable inventions. And what's absolutely wild is that across this entire portfolio, every single one of these inventions falls into one of just 8, count them, 8 distinct categories. Think about that. These are basically 8 powerful, proven blueprints for turning an idea into a patent. And here they all are, laid out for you. You can see for yourself how every single category, whether it's energy or autonomous mobility, it all follows the exact same script. You start with a core idea, and you make it real with a specific technical justification. Honestly, this table is the ultimate cheat sheet for any inventor. So, for real, pause here for a second, take a look, and see how your own ideas might fit into this framework. So the very next time you get that million-dollar idea, I want you to remember this blueprint. Don't just fall in love with the what. You have to dig deeper. You got to ask yourself, what's the specific piece of hardware? What's the unique software architecture? What's the clever hybrid system that's not only going to make my idea a reality, but will make it something I can truly own and protect? Because that is the question that separates the dreamers from the inventors.